Hello, welcome back to Cool Stuff from Mike's collection. This is some more stuff that I've collected over the years. Comic-Con International is just finished up, and I want to take a look at something sort of similar. I've not been to Comic-Con, to San Diego Comic-Con, in quite some time. I've been there a few times, but in the past I went to the Midwest equivalent, or at least for many years it was the equivalent, the Chicago Comic-Con. And this is from 1994. Back then they used to give out a lot of freebies, and you would get bags like this, and you would basically just try to get as much free stuff as you could from the convention, from the publishers and things like that. So basically this bag is filled with stuff that I got from Chicago Comic-Con in 1994. That would be the 19th annual, as you see here. Cover a two-color Avengers. This is from the Avengers The Crossing, which was a controversial comic at the time. So let's take a look at what I picked up that year. This was an unusual time in comics. Things were booming just prior to this, and this is really kind of the beginning of the end of sort of the comics boom of the 90s. So you can see a lot of companies spent a lot of time creating some interesting products. Right out of the gate, we've got an interesting one. This is a little promo flyer for Violent Cases from Tundra. This actually came out a couple years before. My guess is that Tundra just had some extra laying around to promote it. Certainly Neil Gaiman has had better days, or has worse days since this. So this time Neil Gaiman was all over the place, and there's probably going to be a lot of them in here. Looks like we've got some kind of trading cards for Marvel Editorial. You can get autographs on this, so these people would probably all be at the show. Don Daly, Tammy Brown, Bobby Chase, Tom DeFalco, Mariano Nicieza. All cool stuff. Spawn Spogs. I remember these Pogs were big for a while at the time. We've got here, okay, George Perez and Sergio Aragonés. These are famous book creators trading cards, and this is sort of like a promo sample. This is from Diamond, as you can see. Got some more Violent Cases. These are some promo cards. Dave McKean, Memory. Nice little promos. These are kind of interesting. These are little black and white promo flyers, but they have spots for autographs. So this is Cam Kennedy, who is the artist of Dark Empire. Paul Chadwick. Some nice artwork. Legend was Dark Horse's creator-owned imprint. Mike Allred, also a member of Legend. Jeff Darrow. Chris Claremont, it looks like this is for the Aliens vs. Predator series that he did. I'm assuming all of these people were guests at the show so that you could get them autographed. Mike Barron of Badger fame. Frank Miller. Another Mike Barron. Johnny Demon, so this is obviously more, it says 4 creators: Kurt Busiek, Neil Vokes, Bruce Patterson, Steve Leialoha. Mike Mignola. Oh, it looks like this one actually did get signed. And X, again, this is actually doesn't have the people involved, but you can get anybody from X to sign that one, I guess. This is the program book. Guest of honor that year was Harlan Ellison. I remember that. I remember he gave a nice long panel. The late Peter David, I think, actually hosted it. So we got Michael Straczynski, Stan Lee, Robert Weinberg, Robert Bloch, a bunch of other people all giving their little tributes to guest of honor Harlan Ellison. Marvel Universe trading cards flyer. This is interesting. We've got an Ultra Force poster. Lots of posters. Posters were really big at this time. I actually really like a lot of the posters. Some nice George Perez artwork. Will to Power. Comics Greatest World. Just again one of Dark Horse's Shared universe. What's this? Okay, yeah, this is a big poster. This is a Judge Dredd. DC briefly had the Judge Dredd license. I don't think I'm going to unfold this whole poster. It's quite large. Got Spider-Man. 30 years of amazing fantasy. Nice Mark Bagley illustration. A lot of posters, a lot of cool stuff like that. Batman. Like a nice Graham Nolan Batman poster. Kyle Petty card. Not sure what that's doing in here. This is looks like a window cling for Power of Shazam. Okay, X-Men poster. Professor X is dead, and the struggle for peace between humans and mutants is nothing more than a dream. I believe this is for Age of Apocalypse. Nice painted poster. Paradox Press. It used to be Piranha Press at DC. This Big Book of Urban Legends. The Big Book series was actually all pretty good. I actually liked the ones of those that I got. La Pacifica, another Paradox Press. DC was doing a lot of interesting stuff at the time. There's a lot of Paradox and Vertigo. They were really putting a big push into comics that reached non-comic people. And like I said, Vertigo. Here's this would sit behind the comics. These are Vertigo voices. Kill Your Boyfriend, Face, and Tainted. Also really cool horror-themed comics from Vertigo at the time. Extreme Justice. This is a nice little... This would sit like this on a shelf or on a counter at a comic book store. Nice promo item. Wonder Woman by Bill Loebs and Mike Deodato. This is when Wonder Woman was replaced by Artemis. Let's see what we've got here. A little black and white preview of the David Quinn, Peter Gross, Doctor Strange kind of reimagining in the 90s. Black Lightning. Babylon 5. Nice John Van Fleet image. Big fan of the Babylon 5 TV show. Wish the comics had done more. I did actually try a few of them. They were pretty good. This looks like it's Vertigo voices. Three weeks, three voices. This looks like a larger version of that same Black Lightning. Let's see, Azrael. It's a Barry Kitson Azrael poster. This is an empty envelope. Got a few things in here. Okay, trading card. Something that used to hang stuff up. Okay, I see. This probably came in here. This is this would hang up. So this was an Ultraverse. We saw that poster already. Little hanging thing. So this is an Ultraverse promo. Looks like 0 Hour. Some big posters. Looks like another version of that Vertigo poster. Vertigo Rave. Shade, Animal Man, Mr. Punch, Sandman, Shadows Fall, The Invisibles, Sandman Mystery Theater, Hellblazer, Tainted, Face, Kill Your Boyfriend. Lots of good Vertigo stuff. Mr. Punch. Some bookmarks. Poster for The Shadow, the Alec Baldwin Shadow. Topps Comics, Zorro, Lady Rawhide, and Jurassic Park. Ripclaw Warblade. Round 2, December 1994. I don't recall what happened in round 1. Another one of those posters. Spawn, American Booksellers Association premiere. This is kind of interesting. I didn't realize they would have stuff like that. I know nowadays the American Library Association sets up at a lot of these conventions. Hellshock by Jay Lee. Wild Star by Jerry Ordway. Wildcats Animated. Wow, that's some nice Jim Lee artwork even on that. Oh, that's a great Max by Sam Keith. Yeah, 94 was a good year for Image Comics. Stormwatch. This is just the same poster twice, yep. Deathblow, Tim Sale. I was always a big fan of that series. Books of Magic, I believe, yep. Again, a lot of promo stuff for Vertigo. Maybe that's just the stuff I was getting. I did like Vertigo books a lot, including Shade the Changing Man. This was a great book. More Vertigo. This is the Vertigo Tarot. Rachel Pollack, Dave McKean, Neil Gaiman. Batman Punisher. This was the Marvel version. Denny O'Neil, Barry Kitson. There's another. That's a DC version. There's the Marvel version. They've had John Romita Jr. artwork. Oh, nice. Martha Washington Goes to War. Another one of my favorite and highly underrated Frank Miller series. Stephen Grant's The Enemy. Not real familiar with that series. Dark Horse. The Shadow. Michael Kaluta's Shadow. Really nice Paul Chadwick Concrete. Killer Smile. Great series. Barbie. From Marvel. We get another one of those Ultra Force. We've got Valiant. I never got a lot of Valiant comics. Maybe that's why I don't really have much in the way of Valiant promo items. Another Ultraverse. Ultraverse and Star Slammers. That's nice. I actually really like the Bravura series from Malibu. The Ultraverse was Malibu, as was Image originally, an imprint. More Mr. Punch. Star Wars Dark Empire 2. Great shot of Luke in a Vader costume. Cages. Again, more Tundra stuff. This is all of the available stuff. Great stuff from Tundra. Cages, The Jam by Bernie Moreau, From Hell, Mr. Monster, Madman, Rat Pack. Great stuff. Sandman trading cards. A lot of Neil Gaiman. Also, you know, this was stuff I was grabbing, so I was a fan, as many were. Gregory. Piranha Press. Gregory 2. Gregory was a lot of fun. Very strange comic. Green Arrow, The Wonder Year, 1972. This is a nice poster. Nice two-color poster. It's like another, the same Books of Magic. Dr. Occult. This is a big one. This one looks like it's Batman versus Predator. Some nice Paul Galassi and Terry Austin art. We've got some Star Wars, or Star Trek rather, sorry. This is when DC had the license. Van Damme Time Cop poster. I'm going to look at that one. What else we got here? Badger. Batman Castle of the Bat. Bo Hampton Elseworlds. A lot of freebies this year. Image, Black and White by Art T. Bear. Uther, The Half-Dead King, NBM. Not familiar with that one. Shadows Fall. Sorry, Fleet. Crow from Kitchen Sink at that time. Sandman trading cards again. Okay, this is an unsealed Paradox Press piece. Looks like there's some co-op information. I'm going to leave that sealed. I'm not going to open that up. Curious to what's in there, but maybe another time. Witchcraft. Worlds Collide. Small Zero Hour. Techno Comics. They were a big deal for a while. These are all some 0 hour stickers. Team 7. Sorry about that, a little delay there. Star Trek Generations card, 0 hour, Shelf Talker. This is this looks like it came from a retailer promo kit. I must have picked that up there. Also 0 hour. So there you go. That is everything that I got at the 1994 Chicago Comicon. A lot of interesting stuff. There was a lot here. Most of the other bags I have from other years are not quite as big as this. I'm going to try and do a few more of these. I wanted to lead with a doozy. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and you will check out more of the neat stuff from my collection. Thanks a lot. I'll talk to you later.